Good afternoon or good evening. If you would, everyone, please take your seats, and we're going to go ahead and get started with our 44th Annual Student Awards Banquet. If you would, please join me in welcoming Nikayla Mowat to the stage to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Winston-Salem's finest, thank you. One of Winston-Salem's finest. It is such a pleasure for us to be here tonight to award and recognize our students in person after so many years of doing it virtual. So it's great to see everyone here this evening. If Robert Leake, our chairperson for the Human Relations Commission, would please come to bring a welcome.
Good evening. I am Pastor Robert Leake III, the chairperson of the Human Relations Commission. And on behalf of the Human Relations Commission, on behalf of the Human Relations DEI Department and our director in her absence, Dr. Wanda Allen Abrahai, I would like to congratulate every student on your accomplishment. Each one of you have worked so hard and pushed your abilities to the limit to make this success happen. We appreciate your good deeds and positive attitude towards others. The Commission is excited and proud to honor each one of you this evening. At this time, I will ask if the Human Relations Commissioners, will you please stand? Thank you. I also want to thank Commissioner Kerry Wiggins, former Commissioner Dr. Pam Peoples-Joner, and Erica Campbell for planning and coordinating tonight's program. I also want to thank Mayor Allen Joins, the City of Winston-Salem, and Superintendent Tricia McManus, and the Winston-Salem County School System for partnering with us. Congratulations again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chairperson Lee. And good evening. My name is Carrie Wiggins, and I'm the chairperson for the Student Relations Banquet. And again, it gives me great pleasure to see all of you all here this year. I have been recording this for 3-4 years, and to have everyone present tonight, it is just amazing. So just for where we are, can we just say thank you, thank you, thank you, that we're able to be here and to recognize and to honor our students. And on the behalf of our director, Dr. Wanda Allen Abraha, the director of the Human Relations DEI Department, it is my pleasure to stand before you this evening to preside over our celebration together. Now, if our illustrious superintendent would please come, Ms. Tricia McManus.
Good evening, everyone. It's great to see everybody here tonight. I am just here to bring words of welcome from Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools. Joining me tonight, I have one of our board members, Board Member Steve Wood, and I have Dr. Stokes here, and I have my daughter Megan here. So everybody, I'm like, you're coming with me tonight, Megan. But anyway, I wanted just to give a shout out to all of our incredible students in the room tonight that are being recognized. This is all about them. They are receiving this recognition because of what they do for others and their commitment to just making our world a better place. And as I walked in, I got to see some of these are brilliant kids that I recognize from being in their schools and being at other things, and this is just an honor to be here. So to all of our students, congratulations. To all of their families, all of their school staff members, this entire community, thank you so much for what you do for our children every day. And to our students, thank you for being models for what excellence looks like in action. So thank you, everyone. Have a good evening.
Now we will have a welcome from Dr. Wanda Allen Abraha, and it will be on the teleprompter.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 44th Annual Human Relations Student Awards Banquet. My name is Wanda Allen Abraha, and I am the director of the Human Relations, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Department. I so wish I could be with you this evening, but unfortunately, I am experiencing a few circumstances that limit my mobility. So I just wanted to still wish everyone, particularly our student awardees, a wonderful evening and a hearty congratulations. As you all will see and hear, these students truly are, as I always call them, the cream of the crop. They are the best of everything there is about our local youth. Our awardees are selfless, they are generous, they are kind, and they are compassionate. So I really want to say to the Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools, thank you for partnering with us so that we could honor so many of your students. And I also want to thank all of the other schools in the area as well. And a special thank you to the teachers and administrators who nominated our student awardees. And last, but certainly not least, I would be very remiss if I did not thank the parents and the families of our student awardees. You have some outstanding young people and you should be so very proud of them. So it is our distinct honor and pleasure to definitely welcome them, but to honor them tonight as well. So thank you very much for all that you do year round. And at this point in time, we are going to be greeted and graced by the presence of our very own Mayor Allen Joins. Thanks again, everyone, and enjoy the evening.
Good evening, everyone. Tell you, it's a pretty impressive crowd that's here to recognize these young people. That's really the heart and soul of our school system. To our superintendent who's here, we're good to see her. I'm joined with the Mayor Pro Tem of Winston-Salem, Denise Adams is here, our new city manager, Mr. Pat Pate, as well as our assistant city manager, Ben Rao. So I think young people, if you just look around and you'll see the leadership of this community, including the chief of police and the assistant chief of police and other members of his staff there. So they and we and I are here to say how much we appreciate each one of you, congratulate each one of you. As Wanda Abraham said on the video there, that we know that you didn't get here by yourself. You had a lot of support, and that from your parents and the teachers and staff at the schools. I want to thank all of them, but mostly to say congratulations to each one of the young people who will be receiving an award a little bit later on. That this is a great program. I've issued a proclamation today in honor of the work of the Human Relations Commission, and I'll just read that into the record very quickly. Whereas the city of Winston-Salem's most valuable resource is its people, and whereas they vary as to race, color, religion, sex, familial status, ableness, and national origin. And whereas in order to achieve justice and equality, the citizens of Winston-Salem must strive to create an atmosphere where all people are valued and accepted. Whereas it is important to recognize these citizens and organizations that promote a wholesome climate of goodwill among individuals, groups, and races of various social, religious, and economic status. And whereas through the unrelenting commitment, progress in human rights has become a hallmark of this city. And through the Winston-Salem Human Relations Commissions and Department, this inevitable tradition will continue. Now, therefore, I, J. Allen Joins, Mayor of the City of Winston-Salem, do hereby proclaim the month of February 2024, it's about gone, so I'm glad we're doing it tonight, is the Human Relations Month in Winston-Salem. It's a time to recognize the efforts of those seeking equal rights for all and to renew our individual resolve to continue the work towards fair treatment and improved quality of life. And I signed that actually this afternoon. So again, thank you all for being here. Once again, congratulations to all the young people for the great job that you've done and continue to do, and I challenge you to continue that hard work. Thank you very much.
As the mayor talks about our leadership and how we have our young people here this evening, as you continue to be a part of service to Winston-Salem, to the city of Winston-Salem, there is an opportunity for you to serve as you get into high school, move through middle school to high school, and that is our Youth Advisory Council. And if we will have the chairperson for our Youth Advisory Council to please come. Ava is a high school junior, but she also chairs the Youth Advisory Council, what is known as YAG.
Good evening, everyone. So, as I was introduced, my name is Ava Banner, and I'm the chair of the Winston-Salem Youth Advisory Council. And it is such an honor to stand before you tonight during our annual Winston-Salem Human Relations Student Awards Banquet. And while I must keep things brief before we advance, I would like to recognize my Youth Advisory Council and some of our College Advisory Board members who are present with me tonight. Everybody, if you could please stand at my table. Joining me tonight, I have Austin Levette, Max Chen, Jordan Moore, Gufran Abd, and Jeremiah Washington. And these are some of the 4 founding youth who are creating a very inclusive and amazing environment for all the youth within Winston-Salem. Could we have another round of applause for them, please? Thank you.
All right, now we will have dinner. All right, well, as you continue to enjoy your dinner, we're going to go ahead and resume with our program. Now we will prepare for our keynote speaker. And I just want to say a little something about Reverend Dr. Herbert Miller II. I had the pleasure to hear him speak at an event maybe latter part of last year, and he spoke to me. He had a message that energized me and made me want to continue to do the work that I do in representing and supporting the community. It is vital that we find our why as to what makes us do what we do, what calls us to service. Every young person that's sitting here this evening is a part of service. It's a part of giving, and that's a part of who we are. And to answer that call at such a young age is to be commended. And when I heard him speak, and as the committee and I were planning, I didn't know his name, but I remembered what he said to me. And what he said to me made me want to stand tall and put my shoulders back and continue the fight, the good fight. And so as we were talking and they stated his name, I said, I don't know who he is, but I sure would like to hear him. And he had a message for me, and I'm sure that he'll have a message for all of us this evening. So with that being said, Reverend Dr. Herbert Miller II, if you would, please come on up.
Good evening. Give me just a moment here. I told her this is not set up for a preacher at all. They got the microphone in the middle of the podium. We're going to make it work. Is that all right? Again, good evening to all of you all. Can we just give the Lord a hand praise for just our presence in the building on tonight? Now, they gave me a time limit. I guess they did that because I was a preacher. So I want to hasten to what I want to talk to you about tonight. But at first, I want to acknowledge the work of the Winston-Salem Human Relations Commission. Can we give them a hand praise for the work that they do in the community? And then all of these students who have worked so diligently. Come on, let's give them a round of applause. And then I want to acknowledge some members of Emmanuel Baptist Church who are here tonight. If you are a member of Emmanuel Baptist Church, please stand up so we can acknowledge your presence on tonight. And then I brought my girlfriend with me, who is also, she doubles as my wife and my best friend, my wife Veronica. Come on, let's give her a hand for being here. Now, I want to hasten on because I know we're on a time frame. To all of you, everyone who had anything to do with this event on tonight, God bless you. Come on, let's give everybody else a round of applause. I want to start by saying we live in a crazy, mixed up world. The world that our young people now live in only vaguely resembles the world that many of us grew up in. Our children have to deal with things that our generations did not have to experience until adulthood. Sexuality is everywhere. Crime and death is everywhere. Unethical behavior is rampant from the politicians to the pulpit, from the corporate world to the church house to the schoolhouse, in every sector of our society. And I never thought that I would be able to say that our country seems to be more divided now than it was when I was a child who started life in the 60s. Everyone and everything seems to be divided. We are divided by the color of our skin, by our socioeconomic status, our diversity of faith expressions, our ethnicity, where we live, where we come from, and God knows we are divided politically. Our young people should be relying upon us adults to get things right and to make things better for the coming generations. But I am slowly arriving at the conclusion that our generations may have failed you. which means that we are now depending upon the next generations to come, the young people who are here tonight, to pick up the mantle and bring some order to the mess that our generations have created. It is going to take young people like you who don't have all the hang-ups that we have, who don't really care about the color of people's skin, who don't care about socioeconomic status, who do not care what faith expression you may adhere to, what ethnicity they are, where they live, where they come from, or what political party they may belong to. We are now counting on you to remind the world that we are all human beings who deserve love, respect, equity, and fairness. Because in these last 10, 15, 20 years, and especially recently, it appears, young folk, that us adults have lost our minds and that we have thrown equity and fairness out the window. We have retreated to our own echo chambers and silos and have no desire to work with people who do not look like us and do not think like us. At a minimum, we ought to at least be willing to come to the table and have a conversation about how we can make our world a better place, and agree to disagree on some things without spewing hate and disrespect at one another. I may not agree with your opinion, and you may not agree with my opinion, but at a minimum, we ought to at least respect the fact that we both have a right to our opinions without denigrating, disrespecting, and disregarding one another as human beings. So, many of you know that I am a Baptist pastor, and it's hard for a Baptist pastor to get up and speak to an audience without taking a text. So if you would, take out your phones, open up your Bible app, and if you're real spiritual, you brought your Bible with you. Open your Bible and turn your Bible to the book of Herd. Open your Bible and turn your Bible to the book of Herd. If it's okay, I want to share with you just for a few moments some excerpts from the book of Herd. It's not in your Judeo-Christian Bible, it's not in your Hebrew Bible, and it's not in your Quran. But it is written and etched in my heart, my soul, my life, and my memory banks. And I'll give you just a short overview tonight, but if you like, we can talk later, and I'll share the rest with you. But the book of Herd begins on Christmas Day, 1966, when this beautiful, brown, handsome, striking young baby boy was born to Herbert and Brenda Miller. They named him Herbert Miller II after his father. And for those of you who still have not caught up with me yet, the boy is me. People who know me typically call me Herb, therefore the book of Herb. Look at somebody, tell them the book of Herb. I always knew that there was something unique and different about me. But it wasn't until I was a young adult that I fully embraced my differentness. I grew up with my father and my mother both in the home, but my father and I did not have much of a relationship. And I realized during my doctoral studies that he did not know how to be a father because no one ever taught him how to be a father, and he lost his father at an early age, so he didn't know what he was doing. He was just feeling his way through. And if we're honest about it, those of us who are trying to be good fathers and even good mothers, we're just praying and guessing along the way. Do I have some adults in here who are not afraid to admit in front of the young people that we really don't know what we're doing? I was always pretty smart. I was even invited to be in the gifted and talented classes, but I didn't want to go because I didn't want to leave my friends. I sometimes wished that my parents had made me. I attended Mineral Springs Elementary, Mineral Springs Junior High School, and back then we had two-year high schools, so I went to Carver High School and North Forsyth High School. You can clap, go ahead, you can clap. And I was just smart enough to be able to do just enough to get by. But when I graduated, I still did not really know what I wanted to do in life. I want the students here tonight to understand that it is okay not to know what you want to do or be in life yet. Just keep on pushing forward, and eventually you'll figure it out. And so my sister had gone to college at UNC Chapel Hill, and so I felt like I should go to college too. And so I enrolled at Forsyth Technical Community College and found me a job working at Wesley Business Forums in Rural Hall, making a whopping $4.25 an hour. I only lasted one semester, or maybe I should say a half a semester or a fraction of a semester, but I was always a hard worker. And so I dropped out of the community college and I began to focus on working hard and getting promotions on my job. And now as an adult, young people, I've come to realize that college is not for everybody. Then for some of us, we need to wait until we are mature enough to handle it. College is great for some people, but it's not great for all people. And we need to be telling our young people, yes, college is good, but if you don't feel like college is the right thing for you, there are jobs, there are certifications, there are specializations that you can learn and make sometimes more money than your friends who have gone to college. But you still got to have a willingness to learn and to be trained. Nevertheless, I still felt somewhat like a failure because my sister had gone off to college and many of my friends had gone off to college, and I was here working a minimum wage job. I had always been a hard worker, and I was determined to be a success in whatever it was that I tried. And so I worked hard and tried to be a person of character and integrity. And I want to remind these students tonight that character and hard work still pays off. Can I say that again? Character and hard work still pays off. Whether you go to college or whether you learn a trade, character and hard work still pays off. And so I got married at an early age, divorced at an early age, still trying to figure life out. Life began to happen. My mother died from cancer when I was 24. Father died from cancer when I was 26. And how many of you know that at 26 years old, you still trying to figure out some stuff? So at 26, I had gone through a divorce. I was paying child support for 2 kids. Both my parents are dead. I'm working a minimum wage job at Wesley Business Forums. But character and hard work still pays off. I decided I'd spend the rest of my life working hard to make God proud of me and my parents proud of me. And so I eventually moved up to the highest paying non-management job in the factory, which was running a printing press. But I became bored with standing at a machine for 12 hours a day. I just couldn't do it. So I went to truck driving school. When I got out of truck driving school, I got a job with a company called Dark Transit out of Minnesota. They had a program where you could purchase a rig directly from the company. And so I signed on with the company, moved to Minnesota, and I was making more money than most of my friends who had gone to college. And so I drove truck for 10 years. I had settled down with my wife, Veronica, who was not my wife at the time. We got married. We joined the church. Life was good. I was making good money. She was making good money. I was even asked to be a deacon at the church in my 20s. But something happened that I did not expect. I started hearing God speak to me. Now, in the African American church tradition, we don't believe that you choose to be a preacher or a pastor. We believe that God chooses you. So I began to wrestle with God because it appeared that God was calling me into the ministry. I accepted the call and became the youth minister at my church. And then God threw another curveball. He called us back to North Carolina. And so when I got back to North Carolina, I had to go back over the road again driving my truck, which meant I was gone all week long and home on the weekends. I asked the Lord to give me a job that I could be home every night, and I got one. But I went from making $80,000 a year to $36,000 a year. But it was a rotating shift. So I never knew what time I was leaving or what time I was coming back home. So I prayed and asked God for a regular job where I could go in at the same time every day and leave at the same time every day. And I got one. But this time I went from $36,000 a year to $26,000 a year. Why don't you look at somebody and tell them, when it rains, it pours. But character and hard work still pays off. And so my wife and I both went back to school. I'm making this short. I'm just giving you the cliff notes. I graduated from Shaw University, magna cum laude. Graduated from Wake Forest University Divinity School with a 3.45 GPA. And then I went on to earn my doctorate degree from United Theological Seminary. The Lord has blessed me that I have successfully pastored 3 churches that have all been influential in making a difference in the community. I've served on numerous boards and commissions. I served on the city council in Lexington, North Carolina, and made an impact on that community, thank God. I've taught at several institutions of higher learning. I moved to Flint to take a job at a church and pastor a church, and while I was there, God enabled me to grow the church to fight for the citizens who were negatively affected by the water crisis. And when I received the call to come back to Winston-Salem to pastor the Emmanuel Baptist Church, I was about to make an announcement that I was going to run for mayor of the city of Flint. I currently serve as a faculty mentor at my alma mater, United Theological Seminary. I'm currently trying to work on several books if I can ever find the time to just sit down and write. But somehow over the years, I backed my way into not just an occupation, but a vocation. Not just a job, but a calling. Not just getting a paycheck, but doing something that I really love to do, and that is pastoring God's people and taking care of God's people and trying to positively affect the community around me. So I just came by tonight to give you an excerpt from the book of Job, a short pericope from my life story, to encourage every young person in here, and maybe even some adults, whether you go to college or not, character and hard work pays off. It might take you a while to figure out what you want to do in life, but make sure that it's something that you're called to. Make sure it's something that you love to do. Because if you do something that you feel called to, something that you have a passion for, you will be good at it, and you don't have to worry about the money, because character and hard work always pays off. In summation, here's what the book of Job tells you. The book of Job tells you, don't give in, don't give out, don't give up. The book of Job tells you that the sky is the limit to what you can achieve in your life. The book of Job tells you, in the words of Spike Lee, no matter what's going around you, just do the right thing and things will work out in your favor. The book of Job tells you, in the words of Rihanna, live your life. Don't be afraid of your differentness and shine bright like a diamond. The book of Job tells you, in the words of the Steve Miller Band, fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle and let my spirit carry me. If you maintain your character and keep working hard, one day you will look around and you will be able to say like Drake, I started from the bottom, now I'm here. Or maybe you'll say like Nas, I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. I know some of y'all know that song. Do I have some young people in here that you know that song? Can I get you to say that with me before I take my seat? I want somebody in here to say, I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. Say it one more time, because y'all didn't say it like you meant it. Y'all know I'm a Baptist pastor. I'm about to take my seat. Somebody say, I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. Just remember tonight that character and hard work pays off.
Didn't I tell you he had a message for us? Hard work and dedication, hard work and character pays off. I sure do appreciate you. Thank you so very much, sir, for sharing that with us. Now, we have our call to action, and this is going to be from our Career Center, the 2023 Wells Fargo Piedmont Triad Region Principal of the Year, Dr. Nancy Martinez. And as she come with, you can prepare to get our elementary school students ready. Thank you.
Buenas noches, good evening, everyone. Wow, how can I follow those beautiful words? But career technical education is so close to my heart. Career Center High School, right? So there's so many ways to get to what your goal is. And one of the ways is forgetting your glasses and not being able to see. All right, this is great. Did I leave my glasses there? Y'all know where you're coming from? Yeah. Thank you, Monica. I was just so excited. All right. Oh, the words are much better now. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Students, families, distinguished guests. I want to take a moment to thank the Winston-Salem Department of Human Relations, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. My God, for putting together such a fantastic event, for inviting me to speak to you all tonight. So congratulations to all the award recipients this evening. I'm excited to talk to you about something that I found very special. It's raising hope and the power of hope. Now, I know that when we hear the word hope, it may seem like just wishing for things to happen. I hope I have a great day. I wish everyone had somebody to have lunch every day so they don't feel alone. Or I hope my mom gave me that new phone for my birthday. But hope is so much more than that. I usually walk around. Okay. Think of hope as your superpower. Hope is so powerful, you guys, that there's a whole branch of science that is studying hope. There are actually scientists looking for ways to raise the level of hope in everyone. So, as I lose my place, oh, there you go. Hope helps us set goals according to the science of hope. We heard from the book of Herb now, the science of hope says that it helps us set goals and work hard to achievement, okay? Hope is like having a North Star that guides us towards a better future for ourselves and our community. You, my friends, are here tonight because of that, because you instill hope in people, you're leaders. So, what's the secret of turning hope into action? I'm so glad you asked. Let's talk about that. Well, it's all about setting goals, like we said. So one of your goals, one of your goals is for everyone in your school to have somebody to sit at lunch, so you want to start a lunch buddy program. Or maybe you want to help clean up that neighborhood park so that everybody has a safe place for everyone to play and be together. Whatever your hope is, hope becomes a goal. And goal needs action. So there are two things, just two things that you're going to need to make the hope to the goal to the action. One is willpower and one is way power. Okay? So willpower, it's about staying determined, even when things get tough. It's about not giving up, even if the odds are against you. And when you're feeling low, reach for somebody you trust, a parent, a principal, a teacher, somebody you trust. who can help you stay motivated and help make things happen. Now let's talk about way power. This is about having a plan and figuring out those steps and seeing if where you're going is where you want to go. And it's okay to adjust midway if things aren't going okay. And it's even okay to change the goal if that's not what you said that you or what you felt it was going to take you. So, if you want to start a lunch buddy program but need help getting others involved, you can ask your principal or your teacher or your mom to help you recruit people for the lunch buddy program. Remember, you have the energy and the drive as a young people, but the adults know the road, okay? Although we are usually one sneeze away from an injury, but still. And here's the best part. When you achieve your goal, you don't just help yourself, you inspire others too. Your success becomes a beacon of hope for those around you, showing them what's possible, that they can achieve their dreams too. You are a little like a pebble that skips on a lake, making ripples and amplifying the hope in others where you can take action to make things right. So let's remember that hope is contagious. When we share it with others, we create a community where everyone supports each other and works together to make our world a better place. My grandma always said that hope is the last thing you should lose. La esperanza es lo último que se pierde. I believe that hope is the first thing you should share. So let's spread hope wherever we go, and together we can make amazing things happen. Thank you.
Now is the fun part, is what we all came for, right? We are now preparing to recognize and award our elementary school students. If you would, those please join me on stage. And if I could have my elementary school readers, presenters. Commissioner Haynes. Commissioner Lee, if you would please assist the line coming this way for me. All right. There you are. Yes.
Good evening, everyone. All right, kicking off with our elementary school awardees. Ashley Academy, Gael Lee Ortiz Hernandez. If you all will hold the applause until the end, we've got a little short bio for each student. Gael is a positive and compassionate young man. After he finishes an assignment, he assists students who need help. He is a founding member and non-elected leader of Ashley's Service Club. He completes his club duties with grace and efficiency, including preparing and distributing food packs and helping in the food and clothing closet. Gael Lee Ortiz Hernandez. Bolton Elementary School. Rizaya Ingram. Rizaya is such a pleasant student. She is always positive and shows respect and consideration to her teachers and other students on a consistent basis. Rizaya Ingram. Brunson Elementary School. Jessie Sherrard. Jessie wanted to make Brunson a better place, so she founded Jessie's Closet to ensure all students can get needed personal items such as toothpaste, soap, deodorant, sanitary napkins, and wipes discreetly and at no cost. The students and staff are very grateful for this resource, which will live on even after Jessie leaves Brunson for middle school. Jessie Sherrard. Caleb's Creek Elementary School, William Barham. William exemplifies the characteristics of excellent citizenship. He is extremely pleasant to all he comes in contact with, has good grades, and always has a positive attitude with a grin or smile on his face. He is the type of student that you wish you had 20 more of. He has great manners and is willing to help others. William Barham. Cash Elementary School, Emma Johnson. Emma is a member of the Girl Scouts and is working on her Bronze Award. Her troop has done several things for the community, including picking up trash, donating to charities, and building things for others. In the classroom, she is a very kind and helpful student. She enjoys working with others and helping her peers with math problems. Emma Johnson. Cook Literacy Model School, Jamarion Hewling. Jamarion is very bright academically as well as socially. He is an engaged and active student both in and after school. He participated in the CLMS Cook-Off, is an active member of the book club, and made the all-county chorus. Jamarion has generously shared his linguistic skills by assisting a classmate with English and learning Spanish from her in return. Jamarion Hewling. Diggs Latham Elementary Magnet School, Ian Gutierrez Bernal. Ian has a heart of gold. He works hard to make sure those around him succeed at whatever they are doing, and he celebrates in their successes. He is compassionate, kind, and a friend to anyone in need. Ian is always respectful and kind to the people around him. He is willing to help others and works to create a positive environment for everyone. Ian Gutierrez Bernal. The Downtown School, Aubrey Williams. Aubrey is kind and inclusive all the time. She works hard to create strong relationships and include everyone. She has exceptional empathy and is simply an excellent friend. Aubrey has a beautiful, kind, and gentle spirit. Aubrey Williams. Easton Elementary School, Fatima Santiago Dominguez. Fatima is a loving and caring student who goes above and beyond to support others. She volunteers every morning to support kindergarten students who struggle with morning transitions. She will hold students' hands, help them collect their breakfast items, escort them to class, and help them get settled for the day. She is a true gem. Fatima Santiago Dominguez. Forest Park Elementary School, Larry Alston. Larry shows kindness and respect to all students he interacts with at Forest Park. He is one of those students who treats others with compassion even when no one is watching. Quietly, again and again, he makes the school community a better place. Larry Alston. Gibson Elementary School, Taija Muhammad. Taija demonstrates compassion daily. She helps everyone in her class, but is especially attentive to those with special needs. She is quick to put her own feelings aside and help those in need. Taija is an example of being the good. She is giving of her time, her kind and uplifting words, her beautiful smile, and her compassion show to all in need. Taija Muhammad. Griffith Elementary School, Henry Alejandro Ruiz Haas. Henry is a positive role model and a leader. He is a member of the Bulldog Singers Chorus and Griffith Gents, and he was cast in the school play. He is passionate about others being treated fairly. Henry has also been on the honor roll since kindergarten. He is AIG certified and loves helping his classmates with assignments. Henry Alejandro Ruiz Haas. Hall Woodward Elementary School, Destiny Wright. Destiny is a model student. She is quiet and very consistent in how she deals with others in the class and in her community. Destiny has a big heart for helping others. She is always ready to assist someone in need. Destiny Wright. Ibrahim Elementary School, Allison Gomez Sanchez. Allison always has a smile on her face. She treats people with respect and compassion and is a good role model for other students. She shows genuine interest in people and things. Her kind spirit is infectious, and she helps make the school a brighter place. Allison Gomez Sanchez. Jefferson Elementary School, Wilbur Becker. Wilbur is responsible and dependable with his peers and younger students and respectful to teachers and staff. He is always ready to help with anything from bus duty to helping a lost kindergartner get to his or her classroom. He listens well the first time he receives instructions and relays those instructions to others when needed. Wilbur Becker. Kernersville Elementary School, Xander Eichel. Xander is a very considerate and well-rounded student. He takes responsibility for himself and his work, and he has the initiative to help others when they need it. Xander is also involved with Master Posey and Pure Taekwondo Center, where he serves on the leadership team. He is in the process of getting his black belt. Xander Eichel. Kimberly Park Elementary School, Neftali Ramos Lovato. Neftali does whatever it takes to help others. He assists with his family's business and is always on top of his schoolwork. He cultivates positive interactions and relationships and is mindful of the needs of others. He is always kind, respectful, and a model citizen. Neftali Ramos Lovato. Kimmel Farm Elementary School, Caleb White. Caleb is a good citizen in the classroom. He is an active member of the children's program at the Mount Carmel United Methodist Church. He drums for his church at community events. Caleb White. Conoke Elementary School, Elliot Cole. Elliot is an honor roll student and top academic performer. He is respectful, self-disciplined, responsible, and a great team player. He is a Boy Scout, which has allowed him to exercise his leadership skills and serve as a role model for the younger scouts. He has been actively involved in community drives to collect necessities for the less fortunate. Elliot Cole. Louisville Elementary School, Josie Lynn Sutton. Josie has learned to handle personal adversity while remaining a kind, caring, and compassionate person to all. She is the first to show concern if a classmate is upset. She helps when others need it and always has a word of encouragement to those who are struggling. She challenges herself every day and never fails to have a positive attitude. Josie Lynn Sutton. Meadowlark Elementary School, Anne Marie Chansey. Anne Marie is a kind and caring young lady who is always inclusive of others. She participates in various service organizations through her church. She has participated in the Shoebox program, made art for a welcome house for refugees, and collected hygiene products for prison ministry. She is also active in creative drama children's theater. Anne Marie Chansey.
Mineral Springs Elementary School, Gonzalo Perez Almazan. Gonzalo is not only kind and welcoming to everyone in his class, but also openly curious to learn more about his peers, their families, and their cultures. He is very proud of his Mexican heritage and is excited to learn about others. He asks questions to learn more and is excited to find commonalities with teammates from other backgrounds. Gonzalo Perez Almazan. Moore Elementary School, Emma Wooten. Emma is kind and considerate to all. She works well with students of all backgrounds. Emma is a compassionate person and treats everyone equally and with respect. Emma Wooten. Morgan Elementary School, Damian Foster. Damian motivates everyone around him to be more positive and caring. He is always ready with a huge hug and a smile for everyone. He is helpful and respectful. He has an especially large heart for students who need extra help. He opens the door for EC children and gives pep talks to students who are sad. He's extremely positive and a cheerleader for everyone. Damian Foster. North Hills Elementary School, Jessica Portillo. Jessica is an all-around great student. She goes out of her way to make friends and make people feel welcome. She participates in class and has a strong work ethic. Jessica is funny and has the biggest heart for others. Jessica Portillo. Old Richmond Elementary School, Dylan Paran. Dylan is kind to everyone. He always listens carefully with the intent of fully understanding. He will help whenever possible, and with such a good attitude. Through his exemplary character, he has contributed and greatly to the positivity of Old Richmond Elementary. Dylan Paran. Old Town Elementary School, Ramaya Dunlap. Ramaya is a pure joy in the classroom. She cares about others and goes out of her way to be a role model in the school. She is a shining light to both her peers and teachers as she shows compassion and kindness in everything she does. She always goes the extra mile and holds herself to a high standard. Ramaya truly does soar like an eagle. Ramaya Dunlap. Petrie Elementary School, Shanice Brunt. Shanice exhibits outstanding compassion for others. She is always willing to help a friend or teacher. She exemplifies what Petrie Elementary calling a soaring scholar. Shanice Brunt. Piney Grove School. Piney Grove School, Liza Kelly. Liza has a passion for helping those in need. She created a project to help homeless people in the community. First, she collected plastic bags from her fellow Piney Grove pandas through a school-wide drive. Then she used the bags to make floor mats to deliver to people dealing with homelessness. Liza Kelly. If you are in middle school and you are going to be honored, please line up at this time. Rural Hall Elementary School, Keon Spencer. Look out, y'all, look out. Keon is continuously cultivating relationships with students throughout Rural Hall Elementary. He makes everyone he meets feel welcome and accepted. His positive attitude is infectious to everyone around him, creating a sense of community everywhere he goes. Keon Spencer. Sedge Garden Elementary School, Josiah Dunham. Josiah is active in his community, providing service wherever he can. He is a member of the Boy Scouts of America and participates in numerous projects to serve others with his troop. Josiah Dunham. Sherwood Forest Elementary School, Hayes Holby. Hayes always helps out at school and he treats others with respect and dignity. As class president, Hayes wanted to clean up the playground area. He spearheaded the efforts to collect trash and all of the coats left outside on Fridays. Students look up to Hayes and value his opinions. He gets along well with everyone. Hayes Holby. Smith Farm Elementary School, Lorena Bingham. Lorena is a compassionate student who is inclusive of others. She always follows school expectations and sets a good example for others. Lorena is always willing to help classmates or teachers and gives her best efforts. She is a great example for other students and encourages others to be the best version of themselves. Lorena Bingham. South Fork Elementary School, Tinashe Rogers. Tinashe is openly compassionate and has a great deal of empathy for all students. Thinking of others and including them comes naturally to her. When someone is hurting, she hurts for them. When someone is celebrating, she celebrates also. Tinashe Rogers. Southwest Elementary School, Callie Combs. Callie is a thoughtful and kind student who is a born helper. She is an advocate for the LGBTQ+ community. She offers to help students as they prepare for the day or clean up at the end of the day. She has picked up litter to make Clemens more beautiful. When a student on crutches needed assistance in the building, she was there offering a hand. Callie Combs. Spears Global Elementary School, Harrison Bond. Harrison is a good friend to everyone, regardless of who they are or where they are from. He is respectful of cultural and other differences. He is empathetic and helps without being asked, including assisting teachers with small group instruction. He is honest, serious, responsible, and works diligently on all his assignments. Harrison Bond. Special Children's School, Levi Steinley. Levi is a friend to all students. If a student is sad, he offers a hug, kind words, and a smile. Levi treats others the way he would like to be treated. He spreads sunshine wherever he goes. Levi Steinley. The Children's Center, Mylin Salinas Angel. Mylin is very kind-hearted and loves to break out in song with all of her friends and teachers. She also loves to greet everyone with a song. She tries really hard to learn new things and often participates in class despite her different ability level. Mylin Salinas Angel. Union Cross Elementary School, Marley Dunlap. Marley shows kindness and compassion to all, including those who are deemed different or who have disabilities. He helps his peers both academically and in different social situations. Marley has worked to overcome his own obstacles, but always keeps a smile on his face. Marley Dunlap. Vienna Elementary School, Kylie Glenn. Kylie assists kindergarten students by walking them to their classrooms. She serves as a safety patrol member, assisting students when they arrive at and dismiss from school. Kylie is an exceptionally hard worker and is always willing to help her classmates with their academic work, clean up a spill, organize materials, or whatever else is needed. Kylie Glenn. Walkertown Elementary School, Shay Lauren Sabella. Shay is a compassionate student who helps in her community by donating to the food bank and the Forgotten Angels Project, which provides assistance to children and families around the holidays. She is planning a trash pickup day to clean up her local community. Her teachers describe her as an authentic, kind, and always willing to help others. Shay Lauren Sabea. Okay, very good. Yes, absolutely. We'd like to now bring up Mylin Salinas Angel. Mylin is very kind-hearted and loves to break out in song with all of her friends and teachers. She also loves to greet everyone with a song. She tries really hard to learn new things and often participates in class despite her different ability level. Mylin Salinas Angel. Next. Leslie. Okay, yeah. Ward Elementary School, Leslie Mendoza Regalado. Leslie serves on Ward Student Council, working with the recycling team and assisting with school-wide service projects. She's also very active in a church where she helps them make supply boxes for homeless families, reads the Bible aloud, and provides Spanish-English translation. She also helps with translation at school. Leslie Mendoza Regalado. Whitaker Elementary School, Dean Gay. Dean is a friend to anyone who needs it. He is always looking for an opportunity to help others. Dean is a calming presence for high anxiety students. His humble nature attracts those who need a friend. Dean Gay.
Apologies, we have two of our elementary school students that missed their call, so they're going to be doing it again. So we have Caleb's Creek Elementary School, William Barham. William exemplifies the characteristics of excellent citizenship. He is extremely pleasant to all he comes in contact with, has good grades, always has a positive attitude, always has a grin or a smile on his face. He is the type of student that you wish you had 20 more of. He has great manners and is willing to help others. William Barham. And the downtown school, Aubrey Williams. Aubrey is kind and inclusive all the time. She works hard to create strong relationships and include everyone. She has exceptional empathy and is simply an excellent friend. Aubrey has a beautiful, kind, and gentle spirit. Aubrey Williams. And now we'll begin with our middle school students. Clemens Middle School, Layla Green. Layla is a great young lady with a very kind heart and a great sense of who she wants to grow up to be. She is soft-spoken, yet stands up for her beliefs. She is kind to everyone she interacts with. She respects her teachers and other CMS staff. She is an active member of the Student Council and donated money to this year's Buddy Walk and Penny Campaign. Layla Green. The downtown school, Caroline Bailey. Caroline participates in her neighborhood swim team each summer and coaches younger children who don't know yet how to swim. She has found it so satisfying to see kids who didn't have the confidence to swim finally swimming. She enjoys Crosby Scholars. She hopes to volunteer at an animal shelter. Caroline is kind and a friend to everyone. Caroline Bailey. East Forsyth Middle School, Lorelei Reeves. Lorelei cares about everyone. She constantly helps teachers pick up their classrooms and the cafeteria after lunch. She will do anything for both her teachers and her peers. She is an active volunteer for many community organizations and within the school. She is also active in the NJHS and Crosby Scholars and helps take down the flag each week. Lorelei Reeves. Flat Rock Middle School, Marina Wardlaw. Marina always has positive words for her peers and adults. She has great ideas for school morale. Marina constantly checks in with staff and students and has deep compassion for their well-being. Marina Wardlaw. Haynes Magnet School, Noah Minoza. Noah is very understanding and always shows willingness to help. She is passionate about singing, serving as president of her school's a cappella group, and singing for her church's mass and youth band. She also altar serves at her church. She is interested in studying world religions and cultures. She can read and write in Korean and is learning Arabic. Noah Minoza. Kernersville Middle School, Caroline Schwartzlander. Caroline works as hard as she can on every assignment, is always there for her friends, and is actively kind to others regardless of if they are peers, acquaintances, or strangers. She is exceedingly active in her church and has expressed what a profound element of her life her religious community is. Caroline is a unicorn. Unicorns should be celebrated. Caroline Schwartzlander. Louisville Middle School, Sebastian Farewell. Sebastian is full of kindness with a willingness to help those in need and to speak out against injustices. He is a member of the Student Council and an active volunteer in his community. He is very humble and just wants peace, love, and kindness for all people. He accepts people's differences and encourages others to do the same. Sebastian Farewell. Main Street Academy, Justine Garcia Funes. Justine is new to the state and to the Main Street Academy. He has exhibited compassion for fellow students and an excellent work ethic. He is gaining leadership qualities that will aid him in the future. Justine Garcia Funes. And if I can get our high school award recipients to start lining up, please. Meadowlark Middle School, Rena Patel. Rena has devoted herself to helping others. She made and sold clay bead bracelets at the school fall festival, then donated the 336 she earned to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. For the last 2 years, she has also made Christmas cards for patients at Novant Health Clemens Medical Center. Rana Patel. Mineral Springs Middle School, Gianna Mack Thompson. Gianna is passionate about academics and her school. She takes on multiple leadership roles to meet requirements for academic success and engages her peers in school activities. Gianna Mack Thompson. Northwest Middle School, Johnny Webster. Johnny has exhibited exceptional people skills during his time at Northwest. He participates in the peer mediation program to assist students in resolving conflicts. He represented Northwest during the school board middle school forum to bring awareness to students' needs. He exhibits maturity beyond his years and is extremely kind to staff and his peers. Johnny Webster. Philo Hill Magnet School, Giovanni Echevarria Lopez. Giovanni has attended Philo Hill Magnet Academy since 6th grade and is now in 8th grade. He always demonstrates positive behavior. Philo Hill uses the acronym ROAR, respect, order, achieve, and responsible. Giovanni demonstrates all of these. He is also a true team player and a leader on the boys soccer team. Giovanni Echevarria Lopez. Southeast Middle School, Priscilla Dennis. Priscilla goes out of her way to make everyone feel comfortable and accepted. Not only does she excel academically, but she also completes many hours of community service. Priscilla has been a member of FCCLA since 6th grade and is serving as president this year. She is an active participant in Rachel's Challenge, a bullying prevention program. Priscilla Dennis. Thomas Jefferson Middle School, Chloe Galinsky. Chloe displays the compassion, teamwork, creativity, and communication skills that are necessary skills for young leaders to thrive. Chloe volunteers in an assisted living facility and asks her peers to write encouraging notes for the residents. She also ran for student council and is very active in extracurricular activities. Chloe Galinsky. Walkertown Middle School, Victoria Stewart. Victoria is an exceptional student and a true student ambassador. She participates in numerous clubs and events and leads campus tours. She effortlessly connects with her peers, serving as a bridge between students and faculty. Victoria is not just a student, she is a dynamic leader who makes pride in showcasing the best of her school. Victoria Stewart. Wiley Magnet Middle School, Janely Quintanilla Ortiz. Janely is a fantastic student and a great friend to her classmates. She enjoys working with students from different cultures. She has been an advocate for friends and classmates many times. She has been to the school counseling office with and for friends who are struggling. She also volunteers at her church, helping with food deliveries to needy families. Janely Quintanilla Ortiz. Winston-Salem Preparatory Academy, Mary Trenzo. Mary embodies the spirit of the humanitarianism through her consistent and selfless acts of kindness. She is always the first to support her peers, and she constantly looks for ways to make a difference in the lives of others. She actively seeks out ways to impact larger social issues and make meaningful contributions to the school community. Mary Trenzo. At Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools Virtual Academy, Otto Hellinger. Otto is an active Crosby Scholar and Crosby Club. He helped initiate the fitness club at Virtual Academy with the idea to create pickleball clinics. He is intuitive and helpful in club meetings and always shares great insight. He is patient and goes out of his way to make everyone feel involved. He created a forum to get student feedback on club activities. And now we'll begin with our high school awardees. Atkins Academic and Technology High School, Maggie Beck. Maggie is an outstanding student and a gifted sports photographer whose work has been featured by ESPN. She is a dedicated Crosby Scholar, actively participating in community service and leadership development activities. She excels in all her coursework and consistently demonstrates a strong work ethic and a thirst for knowledge. Maggie Beck. Calvary Day School, Ashlyn Santiago. Ashlyn has an incredible heart and compassion for her community. During COVID, she created a supply drive for students in need. She works with the Fostering Faith Foundation, is a leader in the Senior Student Council, and is founding member of the Girls Service Club. She makes good grades while taking rigorous courses, working a part-time job, and playing sports. Ashlyn Santiago. Career Center, Lassia Carnati. As a child of immigrants, Lassia strives to include everyone who has felt excluded and is a newcomer to this country. She started her own nonprofit, Project Dosti, to provide tutoring and connection to refugee and immigrant students. In class, Lassia bridges the divide between students from different backgrounds. Lassia Carnati. Carter High School, Benjamin French Berry. Ben is involved in Renaissance fairs and enjoys Celtic concerts. Ben likes to go for hikes on the city trails and greenways. Ben has helped with street cleanup and Ronald McDonald House, which he enjoyed. Ben likes to go bowling any chance he can and liked working at Goodwill with his last school in the spring. Benjamin French Berry. Carver High School, Sierra Bass. Sierra is a leader in her clubs, mentor groups, and athletic team. She assists new students in getting acclimated to Carver. She recently spearheaded a toiletry drive for a local nursing home. She's a leader amongst her peers and has assisted in several securing part-time employment. Sierra puts others before herself and seeks nothing in return. Sierra Bass. Carver High School, Abigail Aguilar Valencia. Abigail is an exceptional scholar and a member of the National Honor Society. She participates in numerous school clubs and has served as parliamentarian of the Student Government Association. Outside of school, she has dedicated her time and efforts to organizing and distributing books to school-aged children in the community. Abigail Aguilar Valencia. Early College of Forsyth, Moeen Alfares. Moeen is a role model to his peers. He is an advocate for student involvement. He supports and contributes to the school culture and faculty. He is involved with the National Honor Society, Youth Action in Government, and the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. He exemplifies the tenets of the Human Relations Award. Moeen Alfares. East Forsyth High School, Sophia Shaw. Sophia is a compassionate student who has a passion for helping her peers and their families. She assists the Student Services Department by translating information for Spanish-speaking students and families. She provides school tours and offers language support to new students and families during enrollment. Sophia Shaw. Glen High School, Paloma Pantoja Rodriguez. Paloma serves as a president of the Spanish Club, the school's largest service organization. Under her leadership, the club hosted the Yo Soy Forum, which recognized contributions made by the Hispanic community, and conducted the 14th annual Operación Feliz Navidad toy drive, which provided over 500 Christmas toys for elementary school students. Paloma Pantoja Rodriguez. John F. Kennedy High School, Chloe Patterson. Chloe is committed to academic excellence and active engagement in school life. She serves as secretary of the Student Government Association and as a student ambassador. She conducts school tours for prospective families and students and participates in open houses and other magnet events, helping create a welcoming environment for all. Chloe Patterson. Lawrence High School, Fatima Prieto. Fatima is social and advocates for herself and the school. Fatima attended the middle school board forum and did an amazing job advocating for both her classmates and her school's needs. She is a great friend to everyone she knows and treats everyone with respect. Fatima Prieto. Main Street Academy, Prince Nasir Allen. Prince is always pleasant to adults and respectful to his peers. He has a calm demeanor and a welcoming disposition. He speaks with a smile and is always willing to lend a helping hand to those in need. As a blossoming business owner, he is on track to make a positive name for himself in the community. Prince Nasir Allen. Middle College of Forsyth County, Jayla Page Thomas. Jayla is very passionate about helping change and advance her community. This has been displayed by her countless hours of volunteering. Jayla Page Thomas. Mount Tabor High School, Mary Lopina. Mary is always trying to make a difference in her school and the local communities. She is passionate about equality and making a difference to make things better for all citizens. Mary Lopina. North Forsyth High School, Kailani Goggins. Mary is always trying to make a difference in her school and local communities. She is passionate about equality and making a difference to make things better for all citizens. Kailani Goggins. Chembia Vanathirayan. Chembia is always trying to make a difference in her school and local communities. She is passionate about equality and making a difference to make things better for all citizens. Chembia Vanathirayana. Okay. Parkland IB Magnet High School. Okay.
Okay, we'll do it again.
Okay. Welcome.
I'm sorry.
What's? Okay. Sorry, just some confusion. Parkland IB Magnet School, Gufran Abd. As a refugee from Iraq, Gufran has worked hard to advocate for other refugees and to be a voice for the voiceless. She is a member of the National Honor Society, academic team, Gay Straight Alliance, Art Club, and the Superintendent Student Advisory Board. She is a member of the Flows Poet Group and won the 2023 District Poet Laureate Contest. Gufran Abd. Okay. Reagan High School, Alyssa Mothershed. Alyssa is a dedicated student and award-winning photographer who has a sweet and caring personality. She is involved with the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, Green Team Club, and Spanish Club. Outside of school, she volunteers at Ronald McDonald House, Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, and Help Our People Eat. Alyssa Mothershed. Reynolds High School, Peyton Britt. Peyton is not just a bright student. She is a beacon of positivity and hard work that radiates through every aspect of her life. Her enthusiasm is infectious, and she has a unique ability to uplift those around her. Peyton's optimistic outlook, even in the face of challenges, has created a positive and supportive environment within the school. Peyton Britt. Walkertown High School, Ryan Thornton Johnson. Ryan is president of Walkertown High's Brother to Brother Male Mentorship Group. He helped the freshman orientation and volunteers in the athletic department. Ryan has volunteered at Habitat for Humanity, participating in multiple outreach programs. Ryan brings positivity energy to all he does, and is such a joy to have on campus. Ryan Thornton Johnson. West Forsyth High School, Mariangel Noriega Pena. Mariangel is a compassionate and intelligent student leader on campus. She is an integral part of the Girls Service Club and is a leader for the annual blood drive. She is a model for immigrant students who need someone to assist with the transition to public schools. She is always willing to offer tutoring and/or translation services. Mariangel Noriega Pena. Winston-Salem Preparatory Academy, Michaela Corcuera Hernandez. Michaela exemplifies kindness and compassion throughout her school and community. She helps those in need and makes them feel valued and seen. She is the first to welcome new students and is an encouragement to those who are struggling. Michaela shares her smile and tenderness with all. Michaela Corcuera Hernandez. Winston-Salem Street School, Corey Jones. Corey is a responsible student and interacts well with others. He is kind, respectful, and shares his smile with everyone. He volunteers at least 50 hours per week with the local fire department, and that's incredible for a teenager who's not getting paid. He's passionate about becoming a firefighter, which shows his desire to help our community. Corey Jones. Kalani Goggins. She gets to tell us about herself. There we go.
Everything? It's all right. It is? Yeah, you're going to share about yourself. This is a once in a lifetime right here.
Hello, my name is Kalani Goggins. I'm a senior at North Forsyth High School, and a big part of what I like to do is mental health advocacy. I've created my own club at North Forsyth called Mind Matters, where we spread the word about the importance of mental health throughout our school and get our students' opinion on what they think could do better to make them feel like this is a better place for them to be included and to make sure that their word is heard and that they feel supported during their high school experience. I just want to, throughout my high school experience, make sure that I'm leaving an impact on the students that's behind me, because it's not just about me, it's about the generation that's coming behind me.
Well, I tell you, right, this has been an evening for us this evening. And I tell you, Kalani, you know, nothing happens by coincidence. And we never know why things occur the way that they do. But it aligned with the message that was given to us this evening. And so for that, we know that something was said and something was heard that is going to make a difference. And it's making a difference. And we can see in these young people our future for Winston-Salem, for the city of Winston-Salem. We see that we have some good stock. We are doing some good things. Parents, hats off to you, because it is not easy. It takes a village to do what we're doing. And part of what we did tonight was sow seeds into our students to let them know that we truly love them, regardless of what anybody says, regardless of what the numbers say, regardless of what you see in the media, regardless of what statistics say. We see here tonight that we have good students doing good things, not for themselves, but for others. And that is what the work of the Human Relations and the DEI department is all about. It is making a difference in the social justice realm that we're facing today. So we thank you all for your time and your attention. But I would be remiss if I did not thank our sponsors And if I did not acknowledge the staff of the HRC DEI, if you all would please stand. Look, this is not easy work, and I always say if you're gonna be on this commission, you might as well push your sleeves up, because this is a working commission. This is not a commission where you get to look good, take pictures. No, this is a commission that works, and this is a department that works for this city, and we thank you for all that you do. We thank you for our previous commissioners who are here visiting this evening. Thank you so much for your dedication. And with Dr. Pam Peoples-Joyner, that's part of my committee right there. We've been doing this work for some time. And so I thank you so very much. I thank you for all that you do and always keeping me straight and giving me some of that grit that you got that I love. So you have something for me? Oh, okay. What, one more? Okay, come on.
As you can see, we go back and forth, but I would be remiss not to thank Erica. Where's Erica? The phone calls, the tears, the everything. This is her first year coordinating this banquet. Great job. Looking forward to next year. Erica. And I'm going to close this out. On behalf of Attorney Wanda Allen Abraha, thank you so much for attending, and have a good evening.